And now I am proud to introduce our esteemed chairman of the Thomas Jefferson Foundation Board of Trustees, Eugene Lockhart.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Leslie. Independence Day here at Monticello is the most significant day we have. It is indeed our Olympic moment. The moment is shaped by our location, Thomas Jefferson's Monticello, and by our present company, the men and women who will soon become citizens of the United States, and by our distinguished speaker today, Nadia Comaneci, a woman who in many ways has lived the American dream that has drawn us together on this mountaintop today. We're honored to have her here, for her to share her inspirational story that will surely speak to the mosaic of those who will soon become our nation's newest citizens. Now, my text here says, considered to be known to be one of the best gymnasts the world has ever seen. I'm going to override that. I'm going to say the best gymnast the world has ever seen. As all of us recall, Nadia was the first Olympic gymnast to score a perfect 10, leaving her indelible mark on the history of the Games. A dual citizen of both America and Romania, Nadia was born in Onești, Romania, and became a naturalized citizen of the United States in 2001. Her illustrious career as gymnastic champion reached worldwide fame in the 1976 Olympics in Montreal, when Nadia, who was just 14 at the time, earned 7 perfect 10s, 3 gold medals, 1 bronze, and 1 silver. In 1 week, she appeared on the covers of Time, Newsweek, and Sports Illustrated. She went on in another 4 years to earn 2 more Olympic gold medals and 2 silver at the Moscow Olympics. In 1996, she was inducted into the International Gymnastics Hall of Fame. Nadia received the Olympic Order, which is the highest award given by the International Olympic Committee, in 1984 and 2004. She's the only person in the history of the Olympics to have received this honor twice and is also its youngest recipient. In 1999, Nadia became the first athlete to be invited to speak at the United Nations to launch the year 2000 International Year of Volunteers. In April of 1996, Nadia married Olympic and gold medalist Bart Connor in a Romanian state ceremony, broadcast live in her native country. In 1999, she was honored by ABC News and Ladies' Home Journal as one of the 100 most important women of the 20th century. In December of 2003, Nadia wrote a book called Letters to a Young Gymnast, detailing her inspirational story. Among the reasons we admire Nadia is her extensive worldwide philanthropic support for a variety of charities. She's a member of the board of the directors of the Special Olympics, vice president of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. She also serves as member of the board of the Laureus Sports for Good Foundation, and she travels back home to Romania often to support dozens of charities in her homeland. Ladies and gentlemen, I am truly honored today to welcome today's speaker, Nadia Comaneci. Thank you. I did it.
Good morning. How is everybody today? I would like to thank all of you for inviting me to say a few words today at the 50th anniversary of Monticello Independence Day celebration. I would like to congratulate all of you who will soon become the newest U.S. citizen. When I first heard the list of important global leaders who have spoken at this magnificent event, like President Bush, Colin Powell, Madeleine Albright, I was very intimidated. They are all inspiring leaders, but frankly, none of them was very good on balance beam. Then when I heard that I would be the first athlete to ever speak on this important and inspiring day, I thought, well, it's about time. After researching the life of Thomas Jefferson, I found a couple of things that we had in common. For one, he admired balance. Second, he professed the virtues of health and fitness. With regard to balance, one of Jefferson's most lasting reforms as a legislator was to introduce a workable balance of powers into the structure of the U.S. government. With regard to health and fitness, Jefferson wrote, "Give about 2 hours every day to exercise, for health must not be sacrificed to learning. A strong body makes the mind strong." My life story is all about balance and fitness. No one really knows when they are about to make history. As I swung onto the parallel bars in 1976 in Montreal, I executed each skill with the proper technique that I practiced day after day in training. I performed the same compulsory routine as every other gymnast in the Olympics. But I must say I worked very hard in training to add a little extra Nadia touch. I thought my routine was good. Actually, I felt that I could have done even better. Then I heard a lot of noise in the arena. I normally don't look at the scoreboard. There was a lot of noise. I turned my head around and I saw a 1.00, which is not a very good score though. The scoreboard was not actually designed to accommodate a mark of perfect 10. So that was the only thing that they could show at that particular time. The fact that I was the first to get a perfect score in the Olympics continued to define my life today. Let's face it, when I studied gymnastics at 6 years old, I did not set out to make history. All I wanted to do was to challenge myself to be just a little better each day. Along the way, I came to understand the concept of Olympism that now drives everything I do, even today. The founder of modern Olympics, Pierre de Coubertin, once said, "Olympism is not a system, it's a state of mind." By blending sport with culture and education, Olympism promotes a way of life based on the balanced development of the mind, body, and character, the joy found in effort, the educational value in being a good role model for others, the observance of the universal ethics of tolerance, unity, friendship, and respect for others. The Olympics, in a way, is much like the concept of America, and it is the ultimate meritocracy. The only way to the top of the podium is through hard work and dedication. Jefferson once said, "The interest of a nation, when well understood, will be found to coincide with their moral duties. Among these, it is an important way to cultivate habits of peace and friendship with our neighbors." So I'm confident that Thomas Jefferson would have loved the Olympic Games, the Paralympic Games, and one of my favorite, the Special Olympics. I've been a proud volunteer for Special Olympics since I first arrived in the States, over 20 years ago. After my success in 1976 in Montreal, I was interviewed all over the world about every topic you can think of. I'll never forget one time a reporter asked me what I wanted to do now. With everyone expecting me to say something profound, all I said was, "I want to go back to Romania." Of course, if I had grown up in America, I probably would have said, "I want to go to Disneyland." Some of you may remember me from 1976 Games. I was a little girl with a brunette ponytail flipping around on a beam and uneven bars. Now I admit that I look a little bit different than I did 36 years ago, but I'm never exactly sure what to say when someone comes to me and asks, "Is this really you, Nadia? You used to be so cute when you were 14. When I studied gymnastics at 6 years old, I did not realize that at the time, while I was learning to keep my balance on the beam, I was also learning how to keep my balance in life. My training in gymnastics gave me the foundation from which I learned the most important tools with which to succeed in life. Many people think that if you win the Olympics, you automatically become rich, but fame and fortune do not necessarily go hand in hand. The lesson that I have learned through the Olympics are much more valuable than any material rewards I could ever receive. Like many of you, I always wanted to come to America, the land of opportunity. But many of us learned very quickly that the streets are not paved with gold. Or as we say in Romania, even in America, not every dog has a pretzel on his tail. One thing that we have come to appreciate about the United States is the true concept of freedom. I come from a wonderful country with wonderful people, but many years ago, we were living under a system where we were told what to do and how to live our lives. Romania is different now, and I'm happy to go back many times each year to reconnect with my family and friends and continue to do projects with my foundation. All of us here today come from many different countries, but we all have something very important in common. We will never take our freedom for granted. In America, we all have the opportunity to write our own story. Do you think that when I was 6 years old, doing cartwheels on the playground of my hometown of Onești, that I could have imagined that I would be standing here today as an Olympic champion, a US citizen, married to Bart Connor, who is also an Olympic champion, and living in Oklahoma? Why Oklahoma? What a country. As a gymnast, the concept of keeping balance, not only on the beam but also in life, has come to provide constant guidance for me. So using the word balance as an acronym, I will give you some of my thoughts about succeeding in America and in life. The B in balance stands for bold. You must be bold, set high goals, and go for it. Believe me, my first cartwheel was not Olympic quality, but I was bold enough to try the best. The A in balance stands for agility. It is important to be agile, flexible, and be willing to make changes to improve. The L in balance stands for love. In order to be great at anything, you must love the process. If you can focus on the process, on day-to-day improvement, the results will take care of themselves. The other A in balance stands for accountability. Our freedoms come with some responsibility. Top citizen leaders are more likely to be self-motivated people who take ownership of their successes and challenges. The N in balance stands for now. What are you learning right now to make yourself more successful? The C in balance stands for courage. You have already demonstrated a great deal of courage that has gotten you to this important day here. The E in balance stands for energy. Have you ever noticed that some people that you hang around simply energizes you? Their enthusiasm and excitement for life inspires you. So be energized. Remember, be bold, agile, love what you're doing, be accountable now, do it now, be courageous, and be energetic. As a fellow naturalized US citizen, I encourage you to continue to balance your new freedoms with your new responsibilities as Americans. And I hope that you all get perfect 10s in your life as a US citizen. Welcome to Team USA.